Hello students, we have in the last earlier classes have been discussed about the voltage quality. Then we have seen about the magnitude of the voltage, how it depends upon the fault location, and then we have seen about the phase angle jumps uh, with respect to the transformer connection also. Okay, and then we have seen about the impact of the voltage sag magnitude depending upon the fault location, and then the the induction motors. How does the voltage sag magnitude when we start the induction motor, or when we have a transformer with the induction motor, how it is going to affect the voltage sag magnitude. Okay, uh, now we are going to start a unit of the harmonic elimination. Okay, uh, in the syllabus, when you see the syllabus, we have the harmonic elimination in voltage quality, and this particular the highlighted yellow topics, which I'm just prepared the list, which you need to give the seminar, and then the share the recording of that seminar. It is for the 10 marks. Okay, mostly by Saturday I will give it to you. Yeah, coming back to this harmonic elimination, we have we have studied about the waveform distortion. The waveform distortion in this particular unit, the second unit, we have seen about how the voltage is going to have the distortions, and then the harmonic versus transient. We have seen about the indices, and then some of the harmonic standards, IEC and IEEE standards. We have seen about it, and then the harmonic analysis, which I have given you to evaluate this harmonic analysis. There are the different methods are available in the literature for this harmonic analysis. Okay, but in general, in our power quality studies, we go for a Fourier series as well as Fourier transform. Okay, we are not going any other methods also. Yeah, and then we have seen about the harmonic phase sequence, triplet harmonics, and then the interharmonics also. Okay, now in this particular unit of the harmonic elimination, we are going to eliminate the harmonics in a system. Okay, in a system. Okay, we'll come back. What do you mean by how do you, at what point we are going to eliminate the harmonics? Having told you, like when we are eliminating the harmonics, is like harmonics not in the load side. We are eliminating the harmonics which is to be which generally it is delivered by the source. Okay, we are eliminating uh, the harmonics in the source, but the load, it it requires to it whatever the current harmonic current it demands, it is going to take it also. Okay, yeah. In this elimination, there are passive filters are there. The passive in the sense like the elements, the passive elements R and L and C, which we are going to use to eliminate the harmonics. There are some disadvantages and advantages of going for the passive filters. Okay, we'll try to discuss that, not elaboratively. Okay, and then when you say about the passive, we will have an active filters also. Okay, active in the sense like why it has come there to overcome the disadvantages of the passive power filters. Uh, we are going to use the active power filters. What do you mean by the active in the sense like it is some kind of a control mechanism which is there in order to eliminate the harmonics. Okay, whereas the passive is in the sense like we be designing for one of the harmonic elimination, whereas the active power filter can be used to eliminate the whatever the harmonics present in the source side. Study the design and control strategies, and then three-phase, four-way shunt active power filters we are going to see. Especially the references which this particular textbook have a design part. especially the passive filter design is there, and then the advantage and disadvantage. Mostly like we'll try to cover in this particular textbook only. Okay. While discussing the design of a passive filter, we are going to use this reference to, which is a IEEE transactions paper, a journal paper, a JC Das passive filter potential and limitations. And this is one of the standard. Okay, this is IEEE standard of 18-212. Okay, this particular standard will be used. We'll come back why this is required, this particular standard also. Okay. There are three references which we are going to use for the passive filter design, especially the advantage and disadvantage. We can refer this particular textbook. Coming back to the active power filters. Okay, we have these kind of textbooks, custom power devices by Arindam Ghosh, and this particular fourth reference, the content which is the content which is related to the shunt active power filters, it is there in the NPTEL course on power quality in distribution systems by Professor Mahesh Kumar. And the different topologies which are there for the in the syllabus, it have been mentioned about state of the art and design and control strategies. In that case, we're going to refer this power quality problems and mitigation techniques. Okay, most of the content I will try to provide you. Okay, to the elements. Yeah. Now we'll go to the actual content of the passive filter design. The passive filter design. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is a typical equation of a power factor when you have a nonlinear loops. See, generally, like we were seeing, like if you have a harmonics in a system, that is when you have a nonlinear load. This is about the power factor, which is of the source power factor. The power. The power which is delivered by the source, and then the apparent P by the apparent power. We are going to calculate the source power factor. Okay, what is in essence, what is the significance which we require to have the power factor is, we are just going to see that how does the harmonics present or are required by the load is are decreasing the power factor. When you see this particular equation, we have seen in the earlier classes when you studied about the harmonics, when you have a THDs of current and THDs of a voltage denominator, obviously it is very higher than will be decreased, right? The factor which is pH, with respect to that, this factor will be much higher, and then you will be having power factors decreased. When you have this one, the THD of current, THD of voltage is 0, then your pH also will be 0, then your power factor will be equivalent to power factor 1. Okay. Even then, the PF1 is also, it is depend upon the fundamental reactive power as well as the fundamental reactive power also. But in general, we are going to see about how does the nonlinear, we are going to see that harmonic eliminations. The harmonics present in a system is going to decrease the power factor. When you say decreasing the power factor in the sense like the P by S, that is the power factor is a measure of the utilization of the source. When you say about a unity, then you are utilizing the better way. This particular THD and current and THD of the voltage is there, your power factor will be very low. Okay, very low. In that case, we are supposed to eliminate the harmonics in a system. Okay, the harmonics in a system, in the sense like we are going to eliminate I'll make out, I'll give a clarity over here now. Okay, that will be, this is about the source and this is about the feeder impedance. And we have a, generally the harmonic load is not going to represent by any other kind of a passive element. We represent this as a normal current source, because the currents are, harmonic currents are being injected. It means that this is of the nonlinear load, which is of generating the harmonics. So that is the way we represent this way when you are representing the a nonlinear element also as a current source only. But see, uh, we can't make out or any kind of a system. We cannot. We will definitely make it also. But generally, what I mean to say, make it in the sense like to represent in terms of the passive elements of R and L and C. Okay, this is the way of representing the passive elements, right? Whereas this particular nonlinear load, which is an impedance of changing with respect to the R and L and C also. Okay, because of that reason, we just we are not going to represent with respect to the passive elements. We are going to represent into as a current source. What I mean to say that to eliminate the harmonics, see, this load is required. Okay, we are just bypassing the harmonics. Instead of, this is going to deliver the harmonics, the IH, we are going to use some kind of a passive filters, or a passive filter, or even an active filter also. It may be a passive filter or an active filter to inject the harmonic current which is required by the loop, or it can able to make the path, provide the path for this harmonic current to flow in this particular direction, okay. Now there won't be any harmonic currents is not going to flow in the source. There will be only the fundamental current. Then obviously when you see this particular case, when the source is not supplying the harmonic current, forget about the THTV, the voltage changes. Obviously, when you are eliminating the source current supply the harmonic, then obviously the THT voltage also at this PCC won't be there. Then what happened was the power factor will be only the PF1. We have improved a power factor. The earlier, when you have the harmonics, the power factor is a scaling factor with respect to the THT of current and the THT of voltage, and this is our displacement power factor. Now, when you are able to provide a passive filters or active filters, then obviously there won't be any IH, there will be only the I. Then obviously your scaling factor is equal to 1. Earlier maybe it is maybe less than of 1, the X may be less than of 1, then obviously it decreases the power factor. Now when X is equal to 1, then obviously your power factor is improved only. Okay, the important point is whatever the passive filter or active filter is going to provide a path for a harmonic current. Okay, earlier it was used to flow this way. The harmonic current. But when you have a kind of a, see, now I'll make out this. When it is there, the harmonic current, it is to flow this way, the harmonic current. Okay, when you have an element in the sense like a passive filter, a passive or active filter, then this is going to flow, the harmonic current is going to flow this way. Okay, then obviously the fundamental is only going to flow this way. Yeah. What exactly it is going to happen is when you say about a passive filter, for this current, the offered impedance for this current. I mean, why this current won't flow this way? I mean, when you connect a passive filter, why it is flowing this way alone is the impedance offered for this particular fifth harmonic current, the impedance offered by the passive filter, for the fifth harmonic current is very low, compared to the impedance offered in the source side. This is about the source is the offered impedance for the fifth harmonic from the passive filter is very low than the impedance offered for the fifth harmonic, the source. Okay, means it is providing a path for this because of having the low impedance path. Having about the low impedance path for the fifth harmonic, because now the impedance offered for the fifth is very much higher. So because of that reason, the fifth harmonic current is to flow this way. Provided we require to design this particular ZF in a proper way. Okay, the design is not so simple like to design for the fifth harmonic. Okay, I mean, you know very well. Only thing is like the way which you are studied about the resonance phenomena. Studied about the resonance phenomena, right? In the series resonance, also what it happens is for the fundamental. When you say about the resonance with respect to the frequency when you draw it, this is kind of the graph which is going to get out with respect to the impedance, right? I think so. That is with respect to the omega when you draw it. I mean, at this particular point, it is resonating with respect to the some resonance frequency of omega naught. Is it not? Yeah. And obviously, when you are providing that path, then obviously we'll be having the more the current. When you draw the part, this is about the impedance graph with respect to omega. When you draw with respect to the current, this is about the current value. This is about the current graph. Okay, we are providing at this particular, it is resonating, right? Only the impedance will be z of omega naught will be r. What I am just making over here is what I am just making out here, it is the impedance offered will be very low with respect to this. It is what exactly it is meaning me. The harmonic current of H is going to alternate from the load to the passive filter. Okay, from the load to the passive filter, it is going to circulate over this way. They are at the resonance. They are at the resonance condition. Okay. This is about the background. The very important point is it is the passive filter or active filter. It is just providing a path for the harmonics instead of the source. It is going to flow with the passive filter or an active filter also. Okay, we are not going to eliminate the harmonic current in any kind of a at the load point. We are going to eliminate the harmonic current at the source point also. Even like I'll just one more explanation I just want to give over here. When you say about the power factor improvement by using the shunt capacitor banks, we have an RL load, right? We have an RL load. Okay, this obviously the load is of that of RL, right? It is taking about the reactive power. In order to improve the power factor, you are improving the power factor. Is it a load or the power factor of the source? Okay, When you say about the power factor improvement, is it the power factor improvement at the source, at the power factor is improvement at the load? But the load, we are not going to change anything. We just see that we connect a capacitor. This is going to supply a reactive power which is required by the load. Then obviously the power factor of the source will improve. But the load obviously takes. From the source, when you see this particular entire the system of this load system, then it looks like an element which is of more of R plus of J times of XL minus of XC. It is going to reduce the reactance. It is going to reduce the reactance. So we will be having the more the resistive element, and obviously your power factor is improved. Okay. Here also it is of some similar kind of a thing. Whatever we have studied about the fundamental reactive power oscillating between RL and the capacitor. Here also the same thing. Whatever the harmonic current is there, it is going to oscillate from the load to this passive filter or an active filter. Okay. Yeah. We are not at any point of a time. The point is we are not going to eliminate the load harmonics. We are going to eliminate the source harmonics, or even like the power factor improvement which is going to be done is also we are going to improve the source power factor. But okay, this is an important point. Yeah. This is about the background why we are interested in of eliminating the harmonics. Okay. I mean, this particular picture also, because we are going to design a passive filter to eliminate the harmonics. Okay, to eliminate the harmonics. Okay, eliminate the harmonics. We were going to design a passive filter. To eliminate passive filter to eliminate the source harmonics. It's about a nonlinear loop. Right. See, in the passive filter also, when you say about a passive filter, it is a combination of the passive elements of R and L and C. Okay, R and L and C. When you say about C, okay, the C, when you say about a capacitor, this capacitor can also be used for a power factor improvement apart from the harmonic elimination, the harmonic elimination. It can be used. The passive elements or the passive filter can be used for power factor improvement apart from the harmonic elimination also. Okay. When you say about the power factor improvement, we require to have some kind of a background over here. Some kind of a background. Here, you might have studied this particular equation, this particular equation in your power systems course also. This particular equation. Okay, basically, why the power factor is improved also, why we require to improve for that also. Okay. For that, generally what expected is the difference between E and V should not be there the much. Okay, E is the generated voltage. This is about the terminal or the load voltage or the terminal voltage. What we expect that there should not be any much voltage drop also. What the definition says that it should not be any under voltage. The voltage should be between 90 to 110% is okay, right? Okay, yeah. We'll see that when you have a reactive load, when you have a load of PL of JQL, what is the impact over on the terminal voltage? Okay, what is the impact on the terminal voltage when you have a reactive load also? That means that when you have a power factor is much lagging also. This equation, we have to find out the change in the voltage regulation. Delta V is equal to E minus V, that is of ZSL into IL, where IL is PL minus JQL by, is a conjugate, right? We were going to have the equation of P is equal to something of uh, something of yeah, it is of VI conjugate. It is going to transfer to this P conjugate also. I mean, it is going to transfer to the P conjugate to V conjugate of I also, this way also. So the V is almost, we are taken about the reference over here. So that is the way there is no transformation. Yeah, then you can substitute this IL in this particular equation. The ZS into IL, we get over this. This is now when you multiply over here, we get about change of voltage, the delta V. The change of voltage of delta V is this particular RSIS drop, and then we have a drop over this also, JXS. With respect to the current, we have a RSIS, and then the particular component is JXS VX also. And now we were drawn over here, this particular equation of RS plus JX of PL of JS is going to give about this dotted graph. The dotted lines are there, right? Delta VR and dV. Now, if you want to regulate the voltage, we expected that the delta V should be 0. The one thing is you can remove this reactive power. The QL, if you make out 0, you can eliminate about this particular drop of JXS of QL. RS of, JXS of PL. But we cannot able to eliminate when you look into this particular equation that the delta V is equal to IL into R plus, that is the load current, as IL into XS. Sorry, it should be PL, right? Is IL into PL plus is RS of PL plus excess of QL by V plus J times of excess of PL minus of RS times of QL by V. Here in this equation, we can able to eliminate the Q. We are able to eliminate the Q from the source, okay, by connecting a capacitor bank. Then obviously your drop with respect to the excess of QL by V and excess of RS of QL is eliminated. When QL of, that is the Q of source, if you make out this, see, when you don't have a capacitor, whatever the QL is there is the same as QS. The point is, right, when you eliminate the QL by connecting the capacitor bank, then we have a drop over here of RS of PL by V plus J times of excess of, sorry, this should be PL, then J times of excess of PL by V. Okay, in this case we can decrease the change of voltage, but still even this particular case of excess can be eliminated by using about some kind of a combination of capacitance, series capacitance also. This also can be eliminated, but not about this particular drop. We cannot have a transmission line without the resistance also. The PL is very much required also. And this way of adding about nullifying the reactance component It's not generally they were not going to use this kind of the generally they were not going to use this kind of the mechanism to eliminate the reactance also. Okay, this way we can control the delta V. When you use the capacitor banks, it improves the power factor and also it regulates the voltage. Okay, we are going to use some kind of a capacitor bank to improve the power factor. The same capacitor bank used to eliminate uh, the harmonics or particular harmonics. It's not going to eliminate all the harmonics. It is going to eliminate the particular harmonic. See, when you are going about a passive filter, it is tuned to eliminate one, maybe double tune also, not multi-tune also. We are going for a single tune or multi-tune also. Multi-tune is very rare, but we are not going to eliminate much of the harmonics also. Multi-tune also can we go, not a double tune also. Yeah, when you go for a multi-tune, the design aspects, consideration will be very lengthy also. But in our course, the passive filter design we are going to see only to eliminate one of the harmonic apart from the power factor. Okay, yeah. This anyway we have been discussed also. Okay. I mean, in some of the cases, we have just discussed about the passive filter to eliminate the harmonics. We can use for the voltage harmonics also. Passive filters are used to eliminate the voltage harmonics, to regulate the terminal voltage or to press the voltage flickers and to improve the voltage balancing in three-phase system. To regulate the terminal voltage in the sense like when you use a passive filter over there, then obviously we are when you nullify this QL reactive power, we are able to regulate this particular terminal voltage, a capital V also. Okay, traditional passive filters are used to reduce the harmonics. Here, the passive filters are used to eliminate the voltage harmonics, to regulate the voltage, and to suppress the flicker, and to improve the voltage imbalance. These are the applications of the passive filters. Yeah, traditionally the passive filters are used to reduce the harmonics, and capacitors are generally employed to improve the power factor of the AC loads. Passive filters are inductance, capacitance, and resistance elements configured and tuned to control harmonics. Okay, and tuned to control harmonics. This is one important point when you have the harmonics. We have seen about the poor power factor, and with that, the cause of low system efficiency. They are also result in disturbances to other consumers and protecting device and interferences to the nearby communication networks. And we have seen like when you have a nonlinear load, when you don't have a passive filters, you have a terminal voltage is polluted with the harmonics. In that case, the other loads which are being connected is going to uh, malfunction or not to it's not going to operate what exactly it is going to it is not going to give the expected output performance. Okay, these are some of the, and if it is of fifth harmonic, it is fine. If the load requires about the fifth harmonic current, it is fine. Suppose generally if the harmonics are at the level of the kilohertz, okay, I mean the frequency with which the communication line works, if there is a demand of the currents with respect to the apart from the integer harmonics, if there is any other frequency components will be there. Okay, in that case there may be a chance of the electromagnetic interference. What electromagnetic interference is the frequency of a power level signal and the communication signal is at the same frequency level, then you will be having the interference. Because see, when you say about the passive filter design, then what we have expected is the we have seen, like when you say about the passive filter impedance, it is tuned to that particular, this is the tune, in the sense like especially the fifth harmonic component of the reactance, capacitive reactance, or maybe the inductive capacitive reactance, maybe the difference of it of the inductive will be equal to 0. We are making out a resonant with respect to the fifth harmonic, right? And you're designing it also, we are going to use this kind of the mechanism. See, in that case, the impedance of this particular fifth harmonic is very low compared to this. The point here which I was highlighting is the interference to nearby communication networks. The communication network, whatever it is there, the communication network is having about the fifth harmonic frequency component, the communication lines. Then obviously there is this fifth harmonic. Don't think like it doesn't move with the air also. There is some leakage of the current which is going to flow. In the air also we will be having a kind of a parasitic kind of an element also. It provides a path for that harmonic current. In that case, you will be having a chance to having the interference with respect to the communication line. The communication is also its 5 times of omega 1. Then obviously there is an interference which is going to there. That is also one of a problem or a serious problem. Okay. And the protecting device also sometimes it so happens that if it is designed for the fifth harmonic eliminate to operate this particular device, the protecting device, and obviously maybe it tries to isolate the kind of a system also. Okay. These are some of the advantages in refer to the first point. And the second point we say about, we use a passive filters for power factor improvement apart from the harmonic elimination. The passive filters is a combination of the inductive and capacitive elements. Apart from the harmonics, the passive filters are used for the voltage harmonics to regulate the terminal voltage, to suppress the voltage flicker. To suppress the voltage flicker in the sense like it is alternating with respect to that frequency component of whatever the voltage flicker is there. And anyway, the voltage imbalance in the three-phase systems, this is a very important point where the using of passive elements, it is a kind of a load balancing. Okay, what exactly which we are going to suppose we have a connection in the star connection. Maybe this sort of the connections. See, we have seen about this particular case. We have studied this particular diagram also. This particular problem we have seen it also. Okay. If there is any unbalance in the voltages, then obviously we will be having the terminal voltage unbalance. Yes, I've given this one of the problem to you for a minor examination. Okay, what exactly the passive filters to improve the voltage and balance in systems? What exactly here it is? You connect some kind of an element of R or even a capacitive element. It may not be capacitive element. Maybe it can be used for the inductive element also. And here also maybe a kind of a combination, maybe more the inductive or the more the capacitive also. What happened was the equivalent impedance of this ZLA, the equivalent impedance of this is ZLB, and the equivalent impedance of ZLC. That is the equivalent impedance by making use of this particular passive filters, passive element. These are the passive elements. These are the passive elements. These are the passive elements. You can make out of ZLA equal to ZLB equal to ZLC. Okay, in that case, your terminal voltages of A and B and C are balanced also. That can be also used. Okay, that can also be used with respect to the passive filters. In our case, in our as per the syllabus content, we are going to eliminate only the current harmonics, not about the voltage harmonics also. Yeah. Yeah, passive filters, we are going to see the classifications basically depending on the type of the connections of R and L and C. Topology based classification is there, and connection based classification is there, and supply based classification is there. Okay, these are about a topology based kind of a combinations. The topology in the sense like the passive filters can be used in shunt, or can be used a series, can be used about a, both the combined of series shunt and series also. In a system, we can connect a passive filters in a series or even in a parallel, or both in a series and parallel. That way. Okay, that's what I was discussing. Like whenever we say about, we can go for a source. A passive filter can be connected in series with the line or in shunt with respect to the line also. It depends. Okay, if it all, if you want to eliminate in the harmonics, then you are kind of a passive filter which you are going to use the series combination. When you are going to eliminate this kind of a shunt connection, we are going to use to provide about the harmonic current harmonics. Okay, it's about the topology based, and then we have a band pass filter, and then you have a band pass or tune filter or high pass and uh, are damped also. Okay, in that the tune filter we have a single tune, double tuned, triple tune, and multi tune also. That's what I was discussing. The tune filter is with respect to the first order, the sorry first one harmonic and two frequency components and three frequency components, and then this one is the multi-tune. These are all tuned as a band pass filters. These are the high pass damped filter. We have a first order, second order, and third order, and C type filter. But these are the kind of a filters which we are not going to study about this kind of high pass filter. We are going to use about the band pass filter only. And again, the series combination is obviously the similar kinds. I mean, the hybrid and shunt, we have a single tune, double tune, and triple tune also. But exactly, we are combination of the shunt and both the series also. Hybrid shunt and series, hybrid of tuned and damped filters also. Is about the classification of the passive filter based on topology. Yeah. And then the passive filters based on the supply connection. Based on the supply connection, the single phase system. When you have a single phase system, how do you connect the shunt and the series and then the hybrid also? Uh, the three phase three wire system, uh, shunt and series and hybrid. But basically, it is similar to this kind of passive power filter based on topology only, but still they have given this particular name. But anyway, it is based on the type of the system. They have given about single phase shunt and single phase series and single phase hybrid. When you have a three phase three wire system, we have a three phase three wire kind of a shunt passive filter, and then series and hybrid also. The same thing for a case of a three phase four wire system also. The topology wise, the connection wise for a three phase four wire system, it is completely different than single phase, and three phase three wire system is much simpler also. Whatever the single phase is there, it is can be applicable for a three phase and three wire system also. Especially for a three phase four wire system, you have a neutral connection. That neutral connection path is we need to make out of for that also a filter. Okay. If time permits, we'll try to see about how does the passive filters for the three-phase a four-wire system looks like. Okay. Next, we go for a topology-based kind of a connection. Okay. The shunt passive tuned or bandpass filters. The single tune is of the figure A, which is of having a combination of R and L and C. It is tuned to for one particular frequencies. Even like if you draw out the impedance graph with respect to change of frequency also, we can maybe once you design with the L and C particular frequency component, you get about uh, this sort of a impedance graph. Okay, this sort of a impedance graph. It is a single tune to that. Okay, maybe the double tune filter, it is going to have the tune over this particular frequency component. Two frequency component is offering the what do you say, resonance. Okay, double tune filter. I mean, this is way how they connect the passive elements. You have a L and C, here is L2 R2 and R2 C2. It is a double tune filters. A triple tuned kind of a with a series capacitor. You have a series capacitor over here C3 and L2 C2 and L3 L1 and C1. C1 is going to have with one frequency component, L3 and C3 with respect to the one frequency component, and L2 C2 is the third, maybe L2 C2 is second, maybe not a second harmonic. It's tuned to one of the one of the frequency component. L1 and C1 is one frequency component, L3 and C3 is one frequency component. Triple tune with a series inductor. It is a series inductor, whereas the triple tune with the series capacitor over here, it is a series inductor. We have a shifted over LN3 and C3 also. See, these kind of a series passive filters, which you might have used in the case of an inverter to eliminate the harmonics, especially in power electronics lab, where we have seen about when you're operating the PWM based kind of an inverter. If you use the output of the inverter of this kind of a combination of C1 or L1, then you will be having the certain frequency components, it will be eliminated also. Okay, C1, R1 and L1, this is about a single tune, this is about a double tuned frequency elimination. Okay, shunt damped or high pass filter is about the first order. The order in sense like the equivalent impedance when you are providing about the in S domain, then obviously we will be having the single yes, is not the S plus something of RC kind of a combination. Okay, this second order with respect to S, we get about the second order, third order, and then this is about the C type filter. This high pass filter is about a not a very narrow down, we have a very high the bandwidth will be very high. About the high pass filter, it is used to eliminate the some set of the frequency components. Whereas the tuned kind of a frequency component, we have a narrow band, and the sharpness of the impedance curve will be is very narrow. What I mean to say that this particular filter, it is very narrow down. When I have a band pass filter, we have getting about this particular kind of a the frequencies which is going to pass also. The bandwidth of this is very low. Okay, in the high pass filter, it is going to eliminate the high set of the frequency component. But generally, for our application of the harmonic elimination by using our passive filters, we are going for a tuned filters, especially shunt passive, tuned, or band pass filters. We're not going to use about the passive damped or high pass filters also. Okay, this is about the series or high block filter. Damped double tuned hybrid pass filter, right? This is about the hybrid pass filter is a combination of series as well as the passive. These are the series element and these are the parallel elements. There are also damped treble tune filters. Okay, the is about of based upon the passive elements of topology based classification. These are the topology based classifications. We have a three side of a topology based classification, connection based classification and supply based classifications. It's about on topology based, and then this about the connection based and supply based. These are the how you connect the passive elements. Okay, the common type of passive shunt filters which we are with the impedance and the frequency, how does it looks? Is about R and L and C with respect to the frequency, how it is. R and root 2R, how does it looks like? Band pass filter it is. The high pass filter is the bandwidth is much higher. It is of the combination of C and L and R. Okay, and this one is a double tune filter. How does the impedance graph with respect to the frequency iteration? It has been tuned to one of this particular frequency and also this frequency. This is about a figure D is about the composite. It has been tuned to the three frequency components, this particular frequency and this frequency and this frequency. This graph about equivalent impedance. The Z is of this equivalent impedance of this combination. This also involves the C and L and R, and this also is about this particular element. And this one also overall effective impedance of this with respect to the frequency which has been plus combined. Okay. Yeah. This is about supply and connection based classification. We have connected our singles in a series. It is about the third, and this about the fifth, and this about other harmonic component. Supply and connection based kind of a classification. Single phase shunt active shunt, single phase passive shunt filter. Single phase passive shunt filter kind of a combination. These about a three-phase three-wire series filter. There is no neutral connection. There is a three-phase three-wire series filter. And this one is a three-phase three-wire passive filter, shunt active shunt filter. A three-phase three-wire passive shunt filter. It is a connected over in the shunt. Whereas earlier case we have a series connection, and now we have a three-phase four-wire system, a passive series filter. But in general, here also there is a there is no such a series elements who are connected over neutral. It is just of a given about of a three-phase four-wire series filter. Okay, three-phase four-wire passive series filter. How does this way it looks like? Yeah, and three-phase four-wire passive shunt filter. Here the neutral, earlier when you don't have this particular connection, it is going to pass this way, but the neutral which is going to connect over this way, the neutral of the shunt passive shunt filters is connected over this way, then obviously the zero sequence currents in the neutral, always the zero sequence current is going to flow, right? Then instead of going to this way, instead of going to flow this way, this is going to flow this way. the zero sequence also. Okay. The zero sequence also going to flow this way. This is about the three-phase four-way passive shunt filter. It's about a combination of a passive series and passive shunt. That's the hybrid filter. Especially this, see, this is about the right shunt, and this is about the left shunt, because on the left hand side it is there, the passive filter. Its load is, the shunt filter is very far away. It can be called it as a left shunt also. Okay, this figure 16. Figure 16 is a left shunt of a hybrid filter. It's a combination of a passive shunt and a passive series filter. This is a hybrid combination of passive series and passive shunt. Then this case, you have a shunt with respect to the very close to the nonlinear. These about still very much hybrid. We have a series filter over here, and then the shunt filter, and then the passive filter. And here also, it is also kind of a combination of hybrid filter. Okay, we have a shunt over here, shunt, and then the series filter. I mean, very long back, especially one of the author, his name is Akagi. Okay, his name is Akagi. He has done a very extensive research on a passive filters applications applications to eliminate harmony. He has done a lot of kind of a research in especially in the passive filters and applications to eliminate the harmony. Even these kind of the topologies which we are going to see about topology based on the supply and based on the connection also, he has been developed. Okay. Yeah. Now we try to see one of a case study whether these passive filters it really eliminate the harmonics or really improves the power factor also. Okay, really, I mean, we have done just a case study. Okay, because now you want to know about how it is really going to eliminate the harmonics in the load as well as in the source. Okay, we'll try to see this particular study. Okay, in the next class, and also the design of the passive filter also. So far we have seen about the classification with respect to topology, with respect to the system, how it exactly looks, or especially in the connection part. We are not going to see any kind of a design part. We are just going to see that how does the filters looks like, how does they connect for a single tune, double tune, and triple tune also. And the classification is topology based connection based classification, and then the supply based classification. These are the broader way of the passive filter will be classified. In the next class, we will try to see the design of a passive filter, and also one of the case study, how does the passive filter is improved, the power factor as well